are 2017, folks. Can you believe it? Um, it's amazing just how much time has flown by because it only seemed like a week ago that we were ringing in 2010. A lot has changed in 7 years, doesn't it? But on to some more important issues and, in fact, the subject of this short video. Now, we've all heard those types of New Year's resolutions, like, losing weight, cutting back on spending, the ones that people often drop, like, after the first week of January. Yeah. Well, I got one for all of you. It's one that I wrote on many of my Christmas cards to all my friends this year. It's called Building a Better Me to Live Selflessly. It's a mouthful, but it's something that is very simple to follow if you are one who is willing to be very dedicated. Basically, it's a New Year's resolution that has a bigger goal to achieve with smaller goals to achieve on the way to get to that big goal. And basically, in order to get started, one would have to evaluate themselves on how happy they are in life. Are you treating other people with kindness and respect? Are you living life to the fullest? Are you planning accordingly? Are you spending your money wisely? Are you aware or taking actions on society issues of today? Are you looking things from the big picture? Or what social media spoon feeds to you? So all these questions, they all add up in some way, shape, or form, and we're influenced by by all of that and how we live life. Each of us has our own strengths and weaknesses, and this resolution calls each of us to challenge our weaknesses, or things that maybe we kind of just shove off, put it in the back of our head, and over these next 365 days, build ourselves up to be the best person that we can brand to other people who may eventually become an integral part of our lives. Take me for example. I'm a musician. I'm gonna be pursuing music as a career, not just teaching, but maybe I want to pursue something in the music industry, in the music business, recording music. I'll get to that shortly. But here's an example of maybe how a lot of people could make their life a little more happier. And this deals with the topic of social media. And social media is a recurring theme in my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I don't have a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Snapchat, and Pinterest. And in my own humble opinion, the longer social media exists, the more invasive it becomes. I'm not saying that, all of them are bad. The fact that I'm using a YouTube channel, I am technically using social media, but I'm not using it in a way in which like it inhibits, my way of living. But that's gonna be another story for another day. Yeah, so in my own humble opinion, the longer social media exists in our lives, the more invasive it becomes. Heck, our language and our way of writing is changing, I feel like, for the worst when everything has to be hashtagged these days. So if you're one of those people who maybe don't feel happy living and resort to social media to get attention, then maybe it's time to put aside those tweets and those snaps. Maybe even going as far as to deactivate your accounts and seek involvement in your community instead. The end goal is this: to be able to live your life selflessly. In fact, there's a song that I wrote that I hope to release this year or next year that tells a story about how living life unselfishly can lead to making yourself happy because you were able to make others around you happy. in what I could describe as, in an otherwise filthy and very cynical world. In fact, I'm going to close the whole video with a short sample of Living Selflessly, from my courtesy of my keyboard. I recorded a demo on my keyboard of that song. So, as much as we need to put our family, friends, and colleagues first, we must learn how to take care of our own personal matters first. But I guarantee you, you look back 1 year from now, on December 31st, 2017, and you can say to yourself, wow, the improvement I've made to make my life better is outstanding, and now I'm able to share that with other people. So, Happy New Year, everybody. It's been a wonderful 2016, and I hope for a better 2017. It's going to be a year of a lot of changes, certainly. But, this is a start, to make a society better. A happier society that accepts people from different walks of life. And hopefully, if you put your heart into this New Year's resolution that I've just explained, I think it will pay dividends, and you will see that, I feel like, for years to come. So thank you for listening, and Happy New Year.